Hi, my name's Aileen. I live in Scotland and I'm going to talk to you about DLD, Developmental Language Disorder. I live with my two children, Isaac, who's 13, and Ozzy, who's almost 8. Ozzy has DLD, Developmental Language Disorder. The theme for this year's DLD Awareness Day is DLD, You and Me. So I'm going to talk for a couple of minutes about how DLD affects our wee family. The short answer is a lot. The long answer is too long for just one video, so I've made a few different videos talking about different aspects of life with DLD. Ozzy's difficulties with language became apparent when he was really young. He didn't learn to speak as quickly as other children, and when he did have words, they weren't formed properly, and it was really hard to understand him, even for me, who knew him really well. It was difficult to find the right early years kind of childcare for him who could accommodate his needs. And when he was moving into the preschool stage, I sent him to a local private nursery that my older son had gone to and had been really happy there. In hindsight, this was one of the very best decisions I could have made for Ozzy. They were just nothing short of magnificent. They sent their staff on training, they accommodated all the appointments and assessments with EdPsych and speech therapists, but more importantly, they didn't locate difficulties within Ozzy. They understood that the world around Ozzy needed to change to allow him to fully interact with it. And so they used the strategies that they were learned consistently and across the board. And it really made such an important difference to Ozzy feeling safe and valued and understood and heard, and gave him a really good start in life, which I think has been absolutely fundamental to how he's doing now. We all agreed at the time when we were coming to think about primary school that mainstream just would not be able to replicate that and to meet his needs. So we were very fortunate that he got offered a place in a specialist language base in our local authority area, a little bit further away, but still not too far, where all of the strategies were designed around an understanding of language. DLD is not just about the person's spoken language. It might be part of it, but it might not. Ozzy now has had such a lot of speech therapy input and a lot of modelling at home that probably most folk can understand his speech sounds most of the time. But language is about so much more. It's your interface with the entire world. It's how you learn to read, it's how you learn to write, it's how you learn to count and order. It's how you navigate social friendships, it's how you make friends, how you keep friends, how you don't offend people. It's everything. So Ozzy has spent over 3 years now in this base with just the most fabulous team of people. He had regular speech therapy input on an individual basis when that was warranted, but also the whole class approach and strategies were underpinned by SOL strategies, which was absolutely fundamental again. He had a whole range of amazing adults helping him develop, but one particular class teacher who really got that actually for a good 2.5 years, her job was to help Ozzy learn to learn. Not do the actual learning, but learn to learn. Learn about sitting down and paying attention, and that these squiggly things on a bit of paper could actually tell you something and you could interpret them. And he has gone from strength to strength at that school. He would normally have transferred to mainstream in primary 4, which is where he is now, but we all felt it was just a step too far, and we were incredibly fortunate that the local authority agreed, gave him another year in that school, but a kind of more hybrid model. So he's based in a mainstream class, but taken out into a small group for differentiated learning for his core curriculum. And it's doing such an amazing job. He feels part of the mainstream, he's getting used to a bigger group of children, but he's getting taught at his own pace for his core skills. And it gives us, I'm now at the place where I feel the very most hopeful that he will be able to successfully transfer to a mainstream school next year. So I've been talking a wee while about Ozzy, and I've not mentioned my older son once. So this has been a really stressful year trying to work out what to do with Ozzy in P4, P5, mainstream, not mainstream, to and fro and appeals, all of that kind of jazz. This was also during my oldest boy's first year at high school. His first experience of wearing a shirt and tie, his first experience wearing a blazer, having to get up and out the door early, homework, heartbreak. His first year of being a co-Santa with me. And all of the angst that DLD has brought into our lives and around what is best to do for Ozzy has taken me away from Isaac. Luckily for me, Isaac is wise and kind and mature beyond his years. And he has a good understanding of DLD and what it means for Ozzy and for our family unit. But there's no denying that DLD being within our family has an impact on my ability to be there for Isaac. But in saying all of that, with all of the challenges and the stressors that DLD brings, I wouldn't change a hair in his wee ginger head. Ozzy is funny and cheeky and bright and sparky and has a zest for life. So I've made this wee video to tell you a little bit more about DLD and how it affects our family. But we're the lucky family. We're the one who had a spot-on speech and language therapist who noticed Ozzy's difficulties and noticed that they were beyond a delay, who got him the right input, who helped us get the right strategies, who taught me so much about how to work with Ozzy. But see, for all those other children, those children who think they're stupid because they look around the classroom and everyone else is working away and understanding what the teacher's saying and asking them to do and they've not got a clue. Or for the kids who think they're naughty and are sent out of class because they're struggling to keep engaged in tasks which make no sense to them. Thank you so much. For those kids, please go and check out raddled.org for more information on DLD and check out the hashtag DLD You and Me.